about letting go of the old. I'm going to read something from Spiritual Response Therapy from one of the dictionaries. Too many people try to hold on to past hurts and challenges and themes. Let them go. You cannot live in the past and be productive today or tomorrow. Sometimes the person holding on to the past needs a spiritual kick. So I want to talk to you about holding on to the past. I held on to the past for many different reasons, against different people, against different situations. Many times things were unfair. But what I want you to do is stop. I want you to live right now. Take time to think about things that have been unfair. Maybe it's people, maybe it's situations. And what I want you to do is visualize that person. And from a heart level, talk to them heart to heart and explain to them the pain, the sadness, and grief that probably both of you have felt. Maybe you added the disharmony, maybe they did, but I'd like to tell you, who cares? We have to stop this back and forth nonsense. If you want to free yourself and if you want to move forward, we have to acknowledge what part did we play. Maybe you say in your head or your mind, like I had many times, that I didn't do anything to them. What if I told you maybe it wasn't this lifetime? What if it was other lifetimes? What if this energy catches up with you at a certain time in life and causes a challenge or issue? And a lot of people say, oh, that's your karma. That's your karmic stuff. And I'm like, stop. That's not really true either. I don't think we should be punishing ourselves. I don't think others should be punishing us. I'm going to teach you how to create harmony between people that bring upsetting moments to your space. I have them myself. Sometimes I'm not proud of how I handle it, and then I have to go back in and breathe in love, breathe out forgiveness. But sometimes it's our job to put our foot down and not allow people to stomp on us all the time. Sometimes it's opening your throat chakra and talking to your heart chakra and your crown chakra and coming to truce with the person you're trying to be. Maybe you have blocks to expressing. Maybe you swallow everything down. Well, that's self-punishment. We have to stop. Nobody has the right to push us, to manipulate us, to treat us poorly. But until we learn the art of teaching them how to be kind to us, how to be thoughtful to us, and our lines of integrity as to, no, you can't push me there. No, that's not okay. You've got to learn to communicate from your heart and express what you need, why you need it, and let them see that you are a divine soul, a wonderful being, and you want to be treated respectfully. You know, nothing is worse than someone who disrespects you or who talks down to you or who is unkind to you or gossips about you. It's all painful. But these words, these feelings, these emotions that happen, sometimes you lose sleep over it. You've got to clear these energies with that soul. You don't actually have to have that soul right in front of you, but what you do is you feel their heart energy and you speak from your heart to their heart and you explain to them what's going on and how it's affected you. And what I'd like to say is when you explain all that to them on a soul level and you're breathing in and you're breathing out, you're breathing in love, you're exhaling forgiveness, you should talk to that soul until you feel you've got it all out. Do it from the heart. Don't blame, don't shame, because a lot of this stuff is your stuff, but we're projecting it on them just like they're projecting it on us. The best way to heal is to identify what's causing you disharmony, whether it's an emotion, a feeling, an adjective, like maybe you're angry, maybe you're frustrated. You've got to identify those words. They're very, very much at a heart level. You've got to claim them, acknowledge them, and say, this is how I'm feeling. But not because you did it to me, because you're teaching me something. And now that I'm bringing it and I understand and I have an awareness, I want it to stop. Thank you for teaching me what I needed to understand. It might have been painful, it may have been hurtful, but that's what you're going to do in your own moments of time. So I'm going to do a couple words and we're going to clear them. I'm going to do something that happened to me recently. I had someone who disrespected my space and me. And what I'd like to say to that soul, Find someone in your life who you feel has done the same. Again, we don't blame and shame. So you take that breath in. I want you to breathe in love. Breathe out forgiveness. Forgiveness to you, and forgiveness to the situation, and forgiveness to the other soul. Then what I want you to do is visualize that person. Visualize you having a conversation with them. You can either do it out loud or in your mind. Let's say disrespect. So let's breathe in love for disrespect. And breathe out forgiveness. And let's clear anything we've said, anything we've heard, any actions they created, or any actions we created that caused challenges and themes. Take a breath, breathing in love, holding, and letting go. You do that with everything and every person. I started way back as a child with my mom and dad, and then I went first grade, second grade, third grade, all the way through seventh grade, and then I went with every person and every memory, and I did this healing and clearing. It may take you weeks, but you have a whole life to clear it. Any injustices you felt, ask for forgiveness, and even if you don't believe you created the energy, I would say probably in a past life you may have. So include yourself asking for forgiveness to that soul as well. And then do 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade. Maybe you had boyfriends or girlfriends. I want you to go through which each soul and any arguments or moments of frustration that you hold as cellular memory, acknowledge it. Identify what was happening, what the emotions were. Was it sadness, grief? Was it devastation? Was it deception, deceit? It makes no difference whether you created the energy or they did. And when you breathe in love and you exhale forgiveness, just remove all etherical cords. So what does that mean? You can take it from the heart, remove it, or you breathe in a word, you exhale out, you can release that energy. Your body has to feel it though, like your heart chakra has to feel it. Your mind has to feel it. If you don't feel it, keep going on until you feel a release. And that would be beautiful. And let's say 4 or 5 weeks down the road something else comes up. Well, then you still work that energy. I don't know. People say, well, we already cleared that. And it's like, well, if life was that amazing, wouldn't the earth plane be quite fabulous? I don't know what the time limits are. I can't tell you. But if you're having a challenge or a difficulty, I'd love you to text me and say, I have this challenge. Can you create a video for me to help me let go of this feeling, this emotion? I don't need, it's not necessary to put your whole life down in the text. I just need to know what is your struggle. And then what I'll do is douse, and I'll create a video and I'll send you the link. But it's all about self-healing. Yes, I am here. I'm a facilitator of trapped emotions in the body. I'm a facilitator of ancestral information. So this is you. This is mom and dad. This is only 5 generations of moms and dads. But imagine if it's 10, 20, 100 lifetimes, that there's a lot of stuff that trickled down to us and then down to our children and our grandchildren. So just know when you clear mom and dad energies on both sides, that whatever you're working on, you're also clearing for them, whether they're still on this earth plane or they've already crossed over. It is universal healing that just shifts the world. It shifts your genetic coding, your cellular memory, your DNA, and it clears beliefs, perceptions, and judgments. That's what spiritual response therapy does, or just energy, medicine, healing. You simply have to acknowledge and identify and release through a breath in and a breath out. This is a very, very deep type of healing. And if you're feeling frustrated and overwhelmed, I would just suggest you keep acknowledging things. Maybe you're mad at yourself. Maybe you get angry at yourself. Maybe you aren't very kind to yourself. Start with you first and just really feel all your breath in with love and releasing with forgiveness. You can heal yourself. You are empowered to do that. You can shift your life within a couple minutes. And just imagine if you did this every day, where you could be. If there's something you want and it's been challenging and you haven't received it, start clearing energy. Ask what is similar to something that happened to you when you were a child. See what's holding you back, what's keeping you stuck, and start working on those energies and give yourself permission to heal. Give yourself permission to feel joy. Give yourself permission to feel love. And when I say love, it's not from other people. It's no one's job to love you, to support you, to tell you you're amazing. It's your job. When you figure out how to love you, when you figure out how to care about you, when you figure out how to enhance your energy and enhance your life and raise your vibration just by asking, you're going to feel it on a heart level. And you're going to feel so blessed. And then you just keep enhancing your life one moment at a time. Thank you.